the root, and everything will be cool. And don't be no fools. Peace, baby. Warren G.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the urban sports scene. That's for you, Ray. But we hopping at the NBA free agency. LeBron James, that's all we've been hearing about even before the season even ended and the Lakers won the championship. Who else we going to start off with? Chris Bosh? But no, we start off with LeBron James.
Jerry Tarkanian, because you got the towel.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say Rick Majerus. I do look like him a little bit today.
Go ahead.
I'm like the Rick Majerus of urban radio right now. It's cool though. I got some Chipotle in the house. So LeBron James, where y'all think he's gonna go? I mean, Cleveland, they don't even know they have a coach yet.
Well, they said supposedly that they're in negotiations with Brian Shaw for him to become the coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Welcome to Chicago, LeBron.
We're here in Miami though right now, right?
Yeah,
that little summit. We hearing what LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Bosh in Miami. Yeah, they got like $100 million after they got rid of their whole team.
Tax-free money, baby.
They still may have to get rid of Beasley to give all three of them max deals.
But I hear LeBron, one of them is willing to take just under the max deal because they know they can make all that money up in endorsements.
That's definitely LeBron.
So my question is, how do you feel the team if you're going to pay Bosh, LeBron, and Dwayne Wade? How are you going to feel the team? Who are you going to be? Yeah.
You only need two other people come off the bench.
Well, look at the blueprint the Boston Celtics used. They got the big three, and they just got a bunch of role players after that.
Not even the big three. Not even Boston, though. Chicago. Outside of Pippen and Jordan, Scott Williams.
Well, I was talking about more than just the current role. The current role. This is like the current role. You have Garnett who has a hefty contract. You have Paul Pierce who has a hefty contract, and Ray Allen had a big contract. And basically, all they did was get like Eddie House and players like that just to fill in the rest.
But that's the thing. They filled the roster with players who were willing and knew their role.
Yeah.
Are there any players out there that that would be willing to?
They can find. You tell me they can't find 2 or 3 veterans that are. If I'm a veteran and I'm hearing LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh on the same team, you think it's not any veterans that's going to want to be on that team to win a championship?
They might get some former Celtics.
They said Ray Allen. They might try to get Ray Allen to Miami.
I don't know. Jesus Shuttleworth in Miami?
I don't know. I just don't think if you go with those three on the same team to play 82 games, I don't think it'll work. It worked in the Olympics, because it was the level of. I'm not going to say the level of competition wasn't as stiff, but it was stiff. But it wasn't as stiff as the level of competition you get in the NBA. Plus, you got the thing: who's going to take the last shot?
Dwayne Wade is his city.
I mean, LeBron James isn't a selfish player. He'll defer to Dwayne Wade if he wants to, and we all know that LeBron doesn't really like taking game-winning shots like that anyway.
It might even help him because now the defense has to be playing. All right, which one of these guys are going to take the last shot? And at the same time, if they beating everybody, they don't have to take the last shot. I know you wanted to chime in on this over there, Ron.
Well, what Wally says, D. Wade's not a selfish player. I mean, he's an unselfish player also. I mean, you look back in college, the Marquette team, he averaged he dropped a triple-double in the Final Four game. And that season when they won the championship, he didn't start playing until they was down 3 games.
This is a new monster though right now.
It's a new roster.
This new monster. This is a new monster right now.
Back to what Will said, how they gonna fill the roster. If you look at that draft, they drafted 2 big men to play center. Udonis Haslem is a free agent. They could bring him back. They have Mario Chambers.
They got Anthony on the bench.
They got Anthony on the bench. He's just a body.
And I
think what they need to find a shooter. Yeah. Somebody who hits some open shots. Because honestly, if you just have LeBron and Wade, you're not going to respect the three-point shot.
Ray Allen might be a good fit. You never know.
Well,
Eddie House might be a good fit.
I'm about to say, maybe not one of the maximum of a Ray Allen, but a more of a lower-key type player that you can come in off the bench and fill up, like Ray was saying. Eddie House is a good choice for them.
Reynolds.
And he's played there before, so he knows their team, and he's played.
But he's with Phoenix.
I mean, everyone knows if all these guys go to Miami, Pat Riley's coming out, slicking their hair back and getting him a new suit.
You think so?
He already said it.
He already said he's
You think he's not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just hope they do trade Beasley. I would love to see him out of Miami. I would like to see him in Toronto where he can get more shot attempts.
Well, let's talk about, I mean, other than the LeBron Jameses and the Chris Boshes and the Dwayne Wade little summit thing, I mean, we still got Amari. We're hearing Amari and Joe Johnson possibly both going to New York. to get back with D'Antoni. We're hearing Dirk. He's possibly leaving Dallas. I know you got some big interest in that over there, Ron. Yeah. But, I mean, Will, you're a Knicks fan. Joe Johnson, Amari Stoudemire, what do you think about that if they possibly go to New York?
I think if they go to New York, it'll bring some excitement back to New York, but will it bring a championship, a winning team that'll go deep in the playoffs? No. But one player that you did mention that I think is probably the most interesting player out of all of this free agency thing is Dirk Nowitzki. Even though he's getting up there in age, he's getting up there in age, but I do think that, if LeBron were to go somewhere and you put him with Dirk, I think that'd be a key.
Ron, go and give me a fadeaway on that Dirk Nowitzki thing.
All right. My thing about Dirk, I spoke to Wally about this earlier, is that I think Pat Riley's going to make a play for Dirk Nowitzki. You put Dirk, Bosh, and Wade together, that's a better team in my eyes because you got Dirk to spread the court. Wade has room, and Bosh has room.
And Dirk the shooter?
And Dirk the shooter. Or Dirk could go, honestly, Chicago. Dirk could go to Chicago and get Rose. And they could sign Joe Johnson to be a 2-guard, Dirk at the 4, Joakim Noah at the 5.
Dirk is not going anywhere. It's the question of who's going to join him in Dallas. Chris Bosh said the possibility of staying in Texas is open to him. And San Antonio is on that list as well. Don't get it twisted. So Dirk ain't going anywhere. Him going to Miami is not a possibility. I don't think he wants to pay second twiddle to Dwayne Wade. He don't even like Dwayne Wade after the finals a couple years ago. So I don't see him going there. I think he's going to be in Dallas.
He's still crying.
I think he's loyal to Mark Cuban, who's the best owner in the NBA, who takes care of his players. The locker room, from everything he gives them. So Dirk isn't going anywhere. I think.
I don't know if Dirk can act right in like Miami because Miami got. I mean, I know
the girl he was messing with.
Yeah, I don't know if Dirk. I mean, Dallas supposed to have some women, but look what he got there, and I don't know what he gonna do in Miami.
He being housewives for real.
You think what's the white girl a housewife? You think she'd get a little piece of Dirk?
Olo Candy's ex-wife?
Yeah, I know Dirk has got to be a huge upgrade over Olo Candy, but. Let me ask you guys this, though. I mean, we were talking about the...
Why would you say that?
Dirk gets paid more money.
Nah, I'm trying to play it. He getting red in this joint. Y'all should see him.
Don't be like that, Ray. But no, anyway, as far as... I mean, we talk about all these free agencies, and the thing about it is some of them want... Free agency.
A lot of temporary agencies.
I got a PG County public school education. My bad. I went to a historically black college.
Go dang! Don't care.
My parents was my United Negro College fan, man. What you want me to say? But as far as all these free agents, I mean, do all of them really deserve a max deal? Because me personally, I don't think Amari deserves a max deal.
It's only two players that deserve a max deal. That's Dwayne Wade and LeBron James.
And no Dirk Nowitzki. No Dirk.
Everybody else after that, no.
I would say 3. Dirk deserves a max deal.
No, I think because of Dirk's age, he doesn't deserve a max deal.
No, he doesn't. Who cares about age? He doesn't deserve it anyway.
He had his best year this past season.
And where did
that
land him?
Same place LeBron was.
Where? I'm not talking LeBron. Where did it land him at? Dirk. Same place always lands him at home. That's all. It doesn't really matter. Dirk is like, you cannot base your team around Dirk Nowitzki. He is not a champion. He's a good complementary player, but he's not a champion.
I wouldn't say a complimentary.
I think
player.
Dirk is a good. He's a good 1A. He's maybe not the good number 1.
To me, they were better off like when Michael Finley was the number 1 and Steve Nash was that.
Michael Finley, number 1.
Way back then.
He was never the number 1.
Yeah,
back then, Michael Finley. That's was number 1.
I think during that time when they had the big 3 and 3, they could have easily contributed the ball more.
Exactly.
I mean, Dirk. I mean, he's a 1A. He's not the 1.
Exactly. That's
the thing. He's a 1A.
I think they're only
he's a superstar, but he's not that 1.
That LeBron and Dwayne Wade, both of them are number 1s. And to me, to be a max player, you have to be that player that comes through in the clutch, makes plays, and also has a type of personality that can dominate a team and take a team deep. LeBron and Dwayne Wade are those two types of players.
There's only one player in the league who has made more clutch shots than Dirk Nowitzki. Kobe Bryant. Look it up.
Robert Horry.
Well, the thing about Dirk, I mean, who else on his team is going to take that shot?
Vince Carter makes game-winning shots, too.
Carmelo Anthony makes game-winning shots. So what's your point about that?
Well, Kevin Durant's coming up. I'm letting you know that. But I agree with Ron, though. Y'all make Dirk out to be a scrub. LeBron's not a champion.
We're not saying he's a scrub, but I don't see him as being that.
Champion.
I mean, we've seen him in that lead dog role. I mean, he got him to the finals, but I think Dirk would prefer to be a sidekick brother than to be a lead dog.
What about D Wade?
When they got to the finals against the Heat,
Dallas, that was Josh Howard ball. I didn't stop.
Nah, Wally.